and welcome back. I read Podfix. Today is finally the day, and I come back that I read chapter 4 of What's a Little Kink Exploration Between Friends, Baku Deku, by Tumbleweed Chaser on AO3. Oh my goodness, guys, I've missed you all so much. Okay, well, I just wanted to say I'm so sorry I haven't read chapter 4 yet, and since you all got the last video to 100 views, I will gladly give you all chapter 4. Alrighty, let's get into it. Chapter 4, Blindfold. The next day ran both heroes ragged. A series of robberies, putting all on-duty heroes into a chaotic terror of anxiety. They've managed to catch a vast majority of those involved, but a few smart criminals were able to slip away in the chaos, including one in Deku's patrol zone. The hero knew he'd made the right choice, saving a civilian over capturing one crook who didn't even have his prize. But that didn't stop it from being frustrating. Worse, when the media was broadcasting more on his failure than the overwhelming success of the day. Katsuki knew the feeling all too well, and he knew Izuku would be worked up. When he arrived home, overrun with anxiety and guilt, he'd need to get out of his head. For once, Katsuki might be able to help him do just that, and the privilege of that weighed on him heavily. A mixture of anxiety and utter excitement tinged with the generous dose of concern kept him fitting about their shared home. He prepped dinner, picked up around the apartment, then pulled out a few items from his chest in his bedroom and placed them on the coffee table. The nerd was like getting home. He wasn't one to drown his woes in booze. If you don't know what booze is, it's an alcohol drink. Just to let you know. But he had a tendency to wonder when he got lost in thought. The explosive hero was just on the verge of texting for an ETA when the smaller man arrived home, sullen and tired. Hey. Oh, whoa, I thought that was Izuku for a second. Okay. Hey. Katsuki greeted at the door. Izuku met him with a smile. Small but genuine. The blonde could see that the way the tension in Izuku's shoulders held firm. Come here, nerd, Katsuki said, pulling him into a tight hug. They didn't do this. They didn't offer each other physical comfort outside of a slap on the shoulder with a better luck next time. They distracted each other with old movies and gave each other space to lick the wounds on their pride. Nonetheless, Izuku didn't question the gesture, instead melting into the warm touch of his roommate. Roommate wasn't the right word anymore, but he didn't have the emotional strength to chase the thought at this moment. Katsuki Katsuki stroked his hair with mindlessly kissed the top of Izuku's head. Dinner's ready. Made Katsuden. God, wait, that's so cute. Okay, give me a second. I have read all these Well, I'll listen to them all on Demon Fed Audio's page. So if you want to go check out her page, you can go on Spotify where you can listen to the full thing with no mistakes by Demon Fed Audio. And she has different things on there. She doesn't do Baku Deku anymore because it was attracting too many little kids. But you can go on her page on Spotify if you have that, and you can listen to it with no mistakes or anything. Okay, let's continue. Dinner's ready. Made a katsutin. Izuku leaned back so he could look up at the other. On a weeknight? Shit, yeah. We deserve it. Comfort food. The green-haired man chuckled. Thanks, Kachan. Katsuki entertained him through dinner, telling stories about his idiot friends had shared with him throughout the week, carefully avoiding the day's events. When they finished, he forced Izuku to let him do the dishes and shooed the smaller man off to a shower. And be thorough, Katsuki said, grabbing Izuku's hand before he could run off. I wanted to try something new tonight. You can pick one of those items on the coffee table after your shower. Izuku visibly gulped, nodded, and scurried away. Bakugo situated himself in the armchair of the living room. When Midoriya returned wearing decidedly unsexy fluffy bathrobe. Damn. Sorry. Okay, let's continue. His hair damp, droplets of water still occasionally dripping onto the pool, down to pool in the fabric. Take a seat, baby, Katsuki said, gesturing to the sofa. If you want to, of course. He wanted Izuku to have an out. Let him know he didn't have to do anything tonight. Izuku nodded authentically and sat down in the center of the sofa. Pick one. Katsuki gestured to where he'd set out the 3 items: leather handcuffs, a silk blindfold, a simple ball gag. Wow. Okay, let's continue. I'm sorry. Okay. Izuku chewed the bottom of his lip, looking at the items, not immediately answering. What's the matter, baby? Nothing you like? That's not... Katsuki gave him a smug grin. Oh, I see. My slutty baby doesn't want to choose just one. A flush beneath Izuku's freckles deepened, and he ducked his head. Yes, sir. How about you tell me which ones you like, and I'll choose for you. Izuku glanced up and licked his lips. The blindfold and the cuffs, sir. Tonight's goal was to help the strength hero out in his head. Sensory deprivation, would serve best for that. Katsuki stood from his seat to fetch the blindfold off the table. He stood in front of the other and held it up. Here is how tonight is going to work. I'm going to blindfold you and strip you down. You're going to move exactly how and where I want you to. I'm going to use my hands and mouth on your body until you come. Then you're going to help me finish. If you don't listen to orders, you'll get spankings, Does that all sound okay to you? Yes, sir. If you don't like something, what do you do? Izuku's eyes were practically glazed over already, less heavy as he listened to Katsuki. Use my color, sir. The blonde smiled. Good boy. Now, hold still. He carefully placed a blindfold over Izuku's eyes, trying it in place. Good. Yes, sir. Stand up. Izuku obediently stood, his action on Katsuki, who reached out and untied his robe. The robe fell open to reveal Izuku's bare flesh. No other article of clothing on the Dom's way. Dom's means like the sub, I guess. What's this? Katsuki asked. My baby didn't even bother to get dressed. No, sir. Izuku breathed. I wasn't sure if you didn't say to get dressed. Katsuki hummed in approval, sliding the robe off of Izuku's shoulder so that it fell into the sofa behind him, dragging his fingers down the freckled arms. He watched Izuku shiver at the gentle touch. His cock... Sorry. God, I haven't read these in like so long. Okay. His cock began to fill out at this sensation. This way, Katsuki instructed, taking Izuku's hand to guide him away from the furniture. Heavy... Sorry, my sinuses are draining. My allergies are like really bad right now. The furniture-heavy area to a space where he'd have more room to move around. The other man... Sorry. Stay right here. No moving. Understand? Yes, sir. Oh. Yes, sir. Izuku answered. Katsuki stepped away. He walked a circle around Izuku, his fingers ghosting over the freckled and marred flesh. He soaked up out the little gasps as his fingers trailed up Izuku's spine, thumbed at the V of his hips, ran his knuckles over his sternum. If you don't know what a sternum is, you'll have to look it up. I don't really want to explain it. The first real moan emerged from Katsuki, laying down to lick over one of Izuku's perked nipples. A full body shiver when he nipped at the other. A whine when he ran along the underside of his now erect cock. So I'm gonna cut off there because I got news, and I'll continue where I left off in the next part. But I have to say that I really did miss you all, and I miss reading these, but I'll have to continue in the next part. I want to just say that I will be reading Bakugo X FUN podfics, fanfics, and I'll be reading those. And I will also be doing like Izuku or any like the MHA characters you want me to do. Just recommend any of like your favorite MHA characters in the comments, and I will surely find them like male UN or any of the UNs you want, like non-binary, female UN or male UN or any of those. But this is the end of the video. Bye, my little nuggets, and I will see you in the next part. Bye.